So these are going to be biggest drum pots. I think they're the biggest of the three. I don't know, probably about 89 pound of clay, maybe a little bit more. It's always a bit of a battle with bigger lumps of clay. But it's nice and soft, it's in good condition, so it should throw alright. We'll soon find out. Well, first thing I'm just going to slap it about a bit and get it sort of centred already before I start the wheel spinning. And then there's the hard part is getting it centred. I'm not going to talk through this little process because I need all my breath to get it centred. Bad, not better than I expected. I don't throw many big pots nowadays. When I was younger, I used to throw them all day long, no problem. But as you get older, your shoulders start to give in. We'll see how we get on with this. Opening it up, creating the base. You don't want it too thin, you don't want it too thick. Fingers in and just pull it. Put it out to one side. All the time you're doing this, you're trying to keep it centred. You don't want it to run off, and it can run off ever so easily at this stage. Just run off a little bit on this side. That's not bad. You can throw this, I think. See what we get. Another one of them. Now start to make it grow. You gotta make sure these things are nice and wet and slippery. Otherwise you start to drag them and twist them. A nice thick rim. I want this to have a thick rim when we've finished. As I said, this is going to be a drum pot, so I'm going to put studs on it when it's drier. So I'm going to do a nice rim and a little bit of a rim at the base to take the studs. Really difficult to talk while you're doing these. One thing you attempt to do while you're doing the throw is hold your breath, which is not a good thing to do really, because at some point you start to turn purple and off the wheel. You don't want that. I'm quite happy with the shape of that. It's come out alright, it's come out better than I expected. So I've got the rim as I want it, so I can put the studs on this rim. The bottom rim I'm going to turn in later. When it's a bit drier, I'm going to invert the pod and just turn or carve a little sort of rim into the bottom to get me studs on. All in all, I'm quite pleased with that. Make sure you get all the water out the inside. Last thing you want is that eating its way through the base. There you go. Tapered drum pot. Right, thanks for watching that. On the outside for the foot ring, and that's where the foot ring is going to go. On these bigger pots, when you throw it in, there's a little bit of deviation on the rim. It catches up with you when you come to do this job, because this is just rising and falling slightly, and it's because that rim is just slightly out. So you've really got to try and cope with that. So I'm digging away all this excess clay. It's quite gritty old clay is this. You can probably hear it sort of scratching against the turning tool. Cutting at this until you get to the depth that you want. Right, now that's quite a thick foot, so I'm going to thin that off. I'm going to give it a little bit more sort of delicate. I'm going to go in and tip that level there, just cut straight down. Just cut that ring in a little bit nicer. Tidy the outside up a little bit. So as I said, this is going to have studs on it. So you can see the top. That's the placement of the studs at the top. And I'm going to bring this tool up, and I'm going to put a little bit of a ridge in there. For the ribs on the bottom. You can hear how gritty this clay is. You can imagine what it's like throwing this stuff. with all that grit in it. It cuts your fingers a little bit sometimes. Right, I'm quite happy with that. You've got your rim at the bottom, you've got the rim at the top for the studs. This is the biggest of the 4 pots. I'm using this kidney. This tool's really good. Against a small side like that, as you're using this, it can leave lines. And I don't really want lines in the side of this. I want it to be fairly smooth. But with this, because it's got a wider area, cutting area, it doesn't leave them lines. And you can see I'm just holding it up against the pot. I hope you can see this. And you can see the sort of cut that's coming off it. You can cut in both directions. You can cut up and you can cut down. It's starting to get really quite dry down this bottom, so I need to get this done sharply so I can get the studs on. Let's see if I can get a better angle of this cut. If I hold the camera here, you might just see it cut. See how that's cutting? So that's the tools, really nice tools. You can also use this tool for smoothing. So like that it cuts, but if you hold it against it like this, it acts really well as a smoothing tool. I was going to put a ridge in the bottom here, but I don't think I'm going to bother. I quite like the way it flows in there. So I'm just going to sit the studs on this bottom line. So he's ready to go. Get some feet on it and get some studs on it. Not quite ready to go. Now he's ready to go. As you can see, I've put the feet on. I put them on as strap feet. And the studs have gone on in position around the base. They look quite even, they look well spaced. They look like they're the same height, which is quite pleasing. And the ones at the top have got in as well. One or two might be a little bit higher or lower than they need to be. That one's not in a very good position. I might rectify that. But generally I'm quite happy with this. I think it's worked well. So thanks for watching.